Should everyone own real estate? I'm Tim Diesel, commercial real estate consultant, and today I want to answer the question of should everyone own real estate? Simply put, the answer is no, absolutely not. And I want to break this down a little bit. So if you have a business and you're leasing, maybe you have a restaurant and you're leasing space from the landlord and you're doing very well. And you've been there for 5 or 6 years. There's not a whole lot of advantage for you to buy that property. You might want to sell in 10, 15 years. Maybe you have a good deal on it. Maybe there's owner financing attached. Maybe the seller is giving you some kind of an offer that you really have to take advantage of. That might be a reason. Down the road, that could be a play. If you're a single tenant in there, then the value of the building is only worth what the cash flow is, and you're the one tenant. If it's multi-users, then it just kind of depends on how you're approaching it. If you're starting a business and you're going into the property, of buying the property, it's a whole lot more cash out of pocket. If you're starting a business and you're just worrying about the lease, that's something different. Now, if you're a business owner and you're making all sorts of money, then buying real estate can definitely help you with your taxes and all kinds of different things. And I don't want to get into taxes too much, but it can help you with all sorts of things that you're doing. Historically, some of the richest people on the planet, they haven't made it through real estate. So let's not be fooled of real estate is the greatest thing on the planet. No, businesses are. That's really how you get ahead, and you get ahead quickly, because real estate is valued differently, right? We go off of cap rates, we go off of returns. So if you have a business, you're basing it off of the net cash flows, the profits of the business. So it's a little bit different. If you are buying, let's say, houses and you're flipping them and you're fixing them up, that's one thing. That's a business model. You don't need to own anything. You just have advantages to owning property or owning buildings or shopping centers or whatever it is you do. There are ways where you can do master lease options. You can do other development deals, wholesaling property. There's so many other ways to go about doing it. I've actually heard of a guy doing Airbnbs through leasing the properties now. He's doing fantastic. You don't need to own anything. It's not a requirement. And don't feel that you have to own something just because the fear of missing out of owning something. It makes no sense at all. Depends on what you're doing. If you're buying commercial property, if you're buying apartment buildings, medical buildings, that sort of thing, that's totally different. That's an investment that you're doing. You're buying investment assets and you're trying to spread them around. Now, this, and I probably should have said, this question came from a business owner who is leasing in the space, who wants to know if he should buy the property. It all depends. There is not one answer for everyone. It just really depends on what you're doing, where you are in your stage of your life. If you're retiring in a couple of years and you're going to sell the business anyway, probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense to scrape all that money together. So you got to remember, when you're buying real estate, unless you're buying it creatively, you typically have to put 10, 20% down. And the average commercial property, let's say if it's $1 million, that's a whole lot of money. And you have to see what your strategy is in that point. So if it's a single tenant, it better be, well, you want it to be like a franchise tenant, like a Walgreens or something. If it's not, you have to be very careful on that. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Thank you.